Welcome back, folks. This is Ketter with Cardhoarder, bringing you some hot takes, little blue-red storm action, or Jeskai storm, actually. And we won the die roll, and we won a mulligan, and we won another mulligan. All right, this one's a winner. This is gonna be a. It doesn't matter, because we're going to go this one for blue-red. Basically, we get one, and then we get one other one. And bottom. It's a pretty good 5-card hand. I don't think we're going to win this one, but our opponent did mulligan as well. Maybe. Just put this into play tapped. No, we would not like to pay 2 life. And from here, we just get to pass. That probe was big. Let us know not to walk face first into that spell snare. Cadaxian probe, so good. Looks like our opponent understands how these things work. So now we are in a slight predicament. Unless they just want to run the wall now. Wow. Yeah, we're going to be able to stick this next turn through that spell snare, which is kind of bonkers. Kind of bonkers. Maybe they didn't hit the land. Well, regardless, I'm not gonna mess with this. You can have all the Wall of Omens you could ever want. Okay, we will take it. Untap. Okay, let me think about this. So we can fetch, if I don't want to take damage but still wanted to be able to cast, well, I can't do that with Island unless I fetch Island first, so let's fetch Island first. Island, pop, pop. This one. Okay. Snare, negate, leak, cryptic, resto. I don't think I want to try to go any... Yeah, let's go a little deeper. And that was exactly what we were looking for, because this is going to turn it on. Get to draw 2. Actually, we're just going to pass here. So my thought on that is that I'm not going to go any deeper this turn. It doesn't really do us any good. So the probe will make sure we understand exactly where our opponent's sitting next turn. I have a feeling that it's going to be the same position they're in now. Looks like they're a little land light, so we do have a decent shot of being able to wrap this one up. Just kind of doing the same old song and dance as we did last turn. They're going to show us snare negate. We're going to ooh, we're going to ah. We're going to cast Serum Visions. Bottom, top. Bottom, top. We're actually going to try to put one of these in play. Maybe just get this to scale out from here. That's fine. So try to get him to give us the negate on our opponent's next instep. Oh, that might actually put us in a bad spot. So we might need to wait for this remand. I wonder if our opponent's just going to go for it on us. They might. Alright, with that in mind, we're going to throw this upstairs. So we're going to cast this. Do we cast anything else? Yeah, let's just cast a second. Why not? So we're fighting through counter magic on this one. Maybe I wasn't supposed to double bolt there. Okay, so looting on the next turn. We're going to looting here. So the sequence that I think I want to go for is I want to try to first get this built up on, possibly my turn. I don't think it'll happen this turn, but next turn I can see a pretty good chance of it happening. So we get leaked, which is fine. We don't particularly care about actually, sticking that effect. We're going to say no. Say no. And now we're just going to pass back. Oh, those are supposed to be yeses. Oh, my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Give me my counters. Oh, my goodness. I don't even have a remand in my graveyard to make this look like I know what I'm doing. We're just going to cast this here because I am red, whites. playing a little ridiculous right now. I just autopiloted through that. Okay. Yes. Yes. So now we're in a position where we can wait. Yep, this is gonna be good stuff. Good stuff. So I don't want to reman this, I don't think. Yep. We're just gonna fire this off on a pretty simple one. Just buffer our life total here. If I had done this correctly, yeah. Draw 6. And from there, the untap should be a pretty easy win. Don't think our opponent's going to have the ability to bounce 2. Draw 9 cards here. So let's go to discard. Do not need this one, or this one. Okay, so I have 3 different burn spells that should be able to wrap this up for me. Pretty exciting game 1 here. Kind of showing what can happen if the deck's given a little bit of time. So you bounced 1. Well, we're going to go here. Undo. Actually, we're going to open with this. We're just going to make reds. And put red. Okay. Wrap that up. We just had some additional time there. Don't really think I want anything here, actually. Don't really care for Swan Song. Dispel doesn't really do us much. I don't want a Blood Moon. I think the opponent still has enough basics. That might be wrong. Yeah, we're going to stick with our remands. Interesting. Feel like I could have taken... Yeah, I definitely should have taken a little bit longer on the thought processes that basically I could keep in the remands and have a little bit of interaction for what they're going to try to pull off to me, or I could have attempted to access the Blood Moons and get a little more value from that. This is going to find us a blue-white, or a red-blue. Yeah. Fire this off. We're going to discard. Discard. Okay. Kept it pretty simple on that. Visions is just not a payoff card early. I'm still going to keep this a little slower here. Want to just make my land drops. I don't really think our opponent has many sequences here that we're terribly concerned about. So actually going to discard the remand here. Run the thing in the ice out there. They can show us the snare for it. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe the remands were just too slow. I would love for our opponent to start pathing. Like, I'm fine with that happening on our things. Looking to fire off of visions here. Keep it fairly simple. Maybe we can sneak a thing flip attack in. It's very unlikely, but just get a flip there. Just gonna pass here. Just gonna keep hanging out. Same as before. So now we got 12 damage. I figure we can force our opponent to do something here in the next turn or two. Just gonna get another counter off there. It's really our biggest concern. If this resolves, I think we just grab our Helix. Counterbounce is pretty interesting from them. Okay. You know, like reevaluating our opponent's mana base. Huh. Okay. I'm just gonna loot here. Just gonna discard 2 lands. Not gonna get complicated. So, what I'm trying to accomplish here is, with it being a control deck, I feel like inevitability is almost on our side more than theirs, and trying to build up where we can maybe force through some better. Let's see, bottom, top. Put this in play. No, I wasn't supposed to. That was wrong. We'll loot again. So, this one. This one. I'm just going to keep committing to that line of trying to get my burn to be able to leverage. No. 3, 6, 9, 12. So I have 15 points of damage if our opponent, you know, doesn't decide to pick up any life themselves. I think we're only in trouble if our opponent can start firing up that colonnade real quick. Okay. So we're in the mid game now, where we're just loading up on this level of interaction. We still haven't hit our cards in graveyard for... Okay, so that's fine. This does put our opponent on kind of a weak spot. This is a good one. Snare, neg, cryptic, verdict, purge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Looks like this is just going to get countered as expected. So that's a snare down. Whoa. Okay. So next turn I think is going to be our big turn. We are going to dump a helix at end of turn here. Red or white? Thought here is if we get lucky enough to draw another Pyromancer's Ascension, I would like to already have one in the graveyard. Another snare. No more lootings. Have we exiled all of our, 2 of our lootings? Okay. So we just pass. Opponent's going to draw another 3 cards. I guess the big thing is they do have to eventually get to a point where they can pressure us. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. They've gone through half of our threats. Oh no. We're over half now. And I don't have a bolt in the graveyard, so I mean, I have a shot here. So we're going to probably throw a bolt here at end of turn. Okay, didn't give up any of our damage there. Wow, it can leave up both. That's insane. Just need to resolve one of these helixes. Buys me a whole nother combat step. Okay. Interesting. So This is where the deck becomes a little odd, in that we're really just waiting for a situation where our opponent's gonna, you know, kind of like open some things up and maybe start attacking us. Okay. I would assume this resolves. It doesn't really like change anything. Really? Woof. So we just get to fire that off. So we're going to Helix there to buy us an extra turn. And then maybe we get lucky. One bolt. 2 bolts, I have 3 bolts, 3 helixes. And I'm going to need to draw the remaining threats in my deck to not just be dead here, which is a bit insane. Okay. That's the plan, I guess. We're just going to draw all of our actual damage in our deck and try to win that way. Mm-hmm. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Oof, that's brutal. So, we're on a tight one here. This is a lot of fun. It's looking like we're just gonna go coast to coast with this guy. We need to draw, or with this character, need to draw. No, not what we needed. Let's mill you for 2. Oh, we're just gonna concede this one. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back in on the Blood Moon plan. I'm going to cut these remands. They're just too slow. Let's just try to lock them up. It's nothing fancy, but let's try to steal a game off of our opponent. Yeah, just trying to go coast to coast seems a little difficult. You know, maybe our opponent gets the, whatchamacallit? They just hit like island planes right off the bat. It's kind of a non-point, but gonna play first, and we're gonna keep this. Looking for Ascension. Just gonna put it on top for both. Got my basic island, so wow, you're gonna give us this? Okay. So we're going to probe next turn and see if Blood Moon sticks. Sphinx. Oh, that's the weapon of choice. Wow. It's kind of interesting. This is insane. Sometimes you just hit it all. Top. I just cast this. So if this gets leaked, we just go untap Blood Moon. Yeah. Kitchen Finks. Yeah, I think we did uncap and combo here, right? I don't think we even need to Blood Moon. Yeah, that's what we're gonna stick with here. So let's just start looping through our combo here. One of the first iterations, we're gonna get a nice white source going. Blue. Yeah, I actually want to dig 4 cards deep here. I'm gonna use this ability. So let's discard. I actually still want to keep this Blood Moon. Just go ahead. I'm just going to cast one more of these. So I realize I'm clocking pretty badly here. Bottom, bottom. Bottom, top. Let's go. Oh, 4 mana now? Alright. Well, we're gonna Helix you. Do this a bunch. Do this. Do this. Red, white. 3, 6, 9, 12. So this should give us a little breathing room and make sure we're not just totally, like, you know, kind of stuck out. Okay. Yeah, as long as our opponent didn't draw a counterspell, I think this Blood Moon is going to lock us up the same. It's going to put him down, or put our opponent down to no blue source. I think the game plan here to just go long and present a few different threats has worked out fairly well. I would really like to draw a land so we can fire off. Oh, that's brutal. Give me another blue source. Okay. Okay, I'm back. We had a critical Cranderson error. So we're going to double upstairs. Another small edge, I guess I'm supposed to try to acquire there. No, actually, I want this. I want both these copies to stick much more than the other one. All right. Counterspell? Ooh, Path Throne for the blue source. Go Blood Moon. So we get to use a little bit of the equity we have left over from some of our other choices. Let's get rid of both of these. Let's F6 back over to our opponent. We are going to have to manage our clock fairly well here. Okay, so that's their threat of choice. It's good they didn't try to squeeze for purge value. It's going to take a lot of attacks to get through us that way. Which is fine. Huh. Nope. Didn't have any looting effects. I wonder if our opponent's supposed to counter this one, so if they want to try to open up their colonnade in a reasonable amount of time, they can do that. Doesn't look like that's on their... Okay, so now, unfortunately, we are just in the like big ol' F6 Lord mode. Yeah, sure. Celestial Purge, one of the Blood Moons. Really? Going for another... Oh, white. What's the white for? So well, that is what we're looking for. So we're actually just going to pass. I want to do this all on my opponent's upkeep, more so than pop. Draw 3. Draw 3. Okay, this is working out fairly well. We'll probably be able to kill him the next turn. Get the bad guys, get the bad guys. Alright, opponent is at 1. Target you, pay for this. Show me spell snare, V-click. Okay. Let's go. Thing. Okay, and I think that'll wrap it up actually if our opponent wants to thing this other thing. Looks like they do not wish to thing the other thing. Oh, our opponent. Okay, all right, that's my bad. Our opponent no longer has a white source or a blue source. So we get to do this, we get to do this, we get to say okay, we get to go red, white, and then we upstairs, because our opponents had a blue mana, so Blood Moon was the right sequence, I guess. Worked that game. Satisfying. So we beat up on a little bit of blue-white control. Had to play some deep games, had to go real late, but took it out in the end thanks to Blood Moon. So that wraps up the 5-match series. I am going to do a closing video just to kind of give thoughts on it. Mostly summarize what I thought the major lines of play were, and I had a pretty good time. Definitely a cerebral deck. Apologies if I was in the tank a little bit long there, but there's just a lot of thought to do. I will emphasize being more verbal with those type of things in the future. So thank you so much. Check me out in the outro, maybe get some closing thoughts on the video, and then maybe take it for a spin yourselves if you get the chance down the road. So thanks for stopping in. This was Ketter with Cardhoarder bringing you another hot take.